to another episode of the top 10 strongest Nerf blasters that I own. Coming in at number 9. We went from last episode with a new PR of 289 feet per second was number 10. Number 9, its PR is 310 feet per second. We are going into the 300 mark. And this is done by a vintage blaster that I just plugged and modified. It is a air blaster, of course. Has to be air blaster to hit 310. We are looking at my favorite line in Nerf ever. We're looking at Supermax. This is the Supermax 500, the pistol, with a long barrel. And just to compare it from, this is top number 10's barrel, and it is a lot shorter compared to it. This is another PVC barrel. The rest of them should not be PVC, I'm pretty sure. Well, could be. But this one is one of the final PVC barrels. The rest will be probably brass. But this guy, massive barrel, and it just has my easy disconnect connector like number 10. It's not made for speed. It's not made for accuracy. It's made just to hit hard. That's the whole point. Number 9 is a air pressure blaster. You hold the pump in the front. You pump it up. You pump this thing up you pump it up 12 times. 12 is maximum. I don't want to go beyond 12 because 12 could blow its tank. Well, go above 12. And then you pull its trigger, which is a hard trigger pull. It is a solid thing. It's kind of a trigger yank more than anything. But yeah, this guy I haven't tested in a long time. Honestly, this is actually a different version because my original one that did the test, I made it into something for another blaster. So this is using a 310 feet per second time that hasn't even been done with this blaster. And this one is not made as good as my other one, I must admit. But it still works. It still packs a punch. And let's see if this thing deserves its number 9 spot. I'm pretty sure it does, because Dead Stop is just a little bit out of the 300. This thing should be able to hit 300. So, if you don't know the drill, we will be doing an FPS test and a range test. FPS is feet per second. That's how we get the strongest blasters in the top 10. FPS is pretty much seeing how fast it goes. That's the point of doing it. And we will take its fastest shot. I don't care about average or anything like that, just its fastest shot, because that's the whole point. And then we will be taking its best ranged shot, its farthest shot with the range, and we'll be also recording what ammo it did it with. And we'll be firing many different ammo types through this guy. And then we'll put it up on the top 10 list and see if this thing still deserves its number 9 spot, or will it lose to Dead Stop. I don't think so, but you never know. But with that, let's take it to the FPS test, shall we? Alright, now we're doing an FPS test with my number 9 Supermax 500. It takes 12 pumps to fill it, so let's get started. Pumps. And first up will be Mega XL. Then I'll switch the barrels. 108 with some smoke. Now we'll switch to its actual barrel, which is this long thing. And next up, we'll be shooting the Fobo Pro thing. See what this thing can hit. 50. Then we're going to do Broken Demolisher. 51. Higher performance, guys, higher performance. Then we have big bad bow arrow. $62. All right, now let's get on to some higher things. First up is full-length bamboos. All right, pump it up. $12 pumps. 185. Not very good. Now this thing's best shot, I think, is 310 feet per second. We have one more bamboo. $12 pumps. And 276. That's a lot better. Now we're doing 2 Gen 3 workers. And if you don't know how this works, I will be taking the highest recorded shot and putting it as its new PR. Because some of these blasters have not been tested in a long time. The trigger is kind of sticky on this one. 139. I think that's my fault. All right, one more. $253. Now let's do some of these. 2 of them. $275. One more. The trigger is just very hard to pull. That's the issue with this one. Okay. 310. There we go. Now that is some performance. So it does claim its 9th spot. Now we have 2 X-Shot half darts. My hands are getting pretty raw from this, but it's fine. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. 272. We got one more of those. $12 pumps and 333. Now that is very impressive, and that might actually put it up to 8th place, but it is 9th place for right now until we test number 8. And for our final 2 rounds will be, these are bamboo, like Mark 3s or 2s, I don't remember anymore. Can we beat a 333? I don't think so, but we can try. Okay. 274. And now for our final shot. I pumped this thing up 12 times because I'm I feel like if I put more than 12 in it, I will blow it up. And you don't want to blow up a blaster such as this, because they are not cheap. This is a vintage blaster. All right. 293. Well, I'm tired, and with that, let's take it to the range and see how far this thing fires, shall we? And we're doing my Supermax 500 today. First things first is we're going to do what's left of the Bow Pro thing. And 12 pumps to fill this guy. There's a little hard trigger pull. There's that. And then let's do isn't this a big bad bow arrow? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And not bad at all. Now we have 2 demolisher rounds that are broken because I don't want to use any of my good ones because these are rare. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That one actually curved in, and then we have one that's actually working, but the arrows were gone, so I made my own. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then that's terrible. Alright, take off the big barrel and pull on this small one because we got some Mega XL. We got 2 Mega XL rounds. Mm, 11, 12. And that fires really well, doesn't it? Got one more. Alright, now let's do some actual rounds. We have 2 bamboo long darts, full lengths. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then just like that, it's gone. Here is the second one, and then we have 3 X-Shot half darts. Is it X-Shot or Venture Force? I don't know. Pumps and a hard trigger pull. And now we have the big guns, these red half darts. Oh, dropped one. That's okay. And then after this, we'll go see where they land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and that one just straight. My 10 most powerful blasters, not made to be accurate. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, but sometimes they are very accurate. They're kind of just designed for power. And last dart, and then we'll go check out the field where everything lands. With my number 9. 10, 11, 12. Alright, 12 pumps, and alright. Let's go check it out, shall we? Alright, here's the start. Let's walk out and find some darts. Now, the first makeshift rocket comes in about 24 feet. So, pretty terrible. And then this arrow, the name of it, well, half of it, comes in about 30 feet. And then the somewhat broken rocket comes in at 44. And then we have the big bad bow coming in at 54. Let's walk out a little bit farther. The first Mega XL comes in at 99 feet. I'm trying to put it in my pocket. Then the other one is a bit far off the trail. Let's grab that and walk it back to 112 feet. Now, let's try and find the other darts, shall we? All right, here we go. We got a half dart coming in at 151 feet. We got another half dart coming in just shy of 160 feet. And then our first long bamboo comes in at about 61.5 feet. All right, now we have one bamboo and one half dart. Let's walk it up. There's the final half dart right here, coming in at 184 feet. Now, let me go see if I can find, oh, here it is. Last bamboo's a little bit farther back. This guy comes in at 169 feet. Very nice. So it looks like our farthest shot was a half dart coming in at 184 feet. And that is where I was firing back there. So pretty far. And this was a straight, these are straight shots. So pretty good. Now, let's take it to the recap, shall we? All right, in 9th place, the Supermax 500 is better than Dead Stop because it has higher range and higher FPS. It hit 333 feet per second, done once again with the Dart Zone Max. I guess the Dart Zone Max half darts are just the best half darts. And a maximum flat shot of 184 feet, done once again with the Dart Zone Max. So Dart Zone Max darts, really, really incredible. Not completely flat, if you can see the barrel's kind of angled just slightly, because I didn't build it right, but hey, the handle was straight. That's what matters to me. Not my bad. 100% my bad, but still. But this thing is about, let's say, what is that? That is around 40 FPS stronger and a 30 feet more range. So pretty impressive from the Supermax 500. And this is just the 9th place on the leaderboard. Hope you guys are ready for the next episode. But with that, let's get to recap, shall we? So, this guy, the Supermax 500, impressed the heck out of me with a new PR of 333 feet per second is more than I thought it was ever going to hit. That's more than the other version ever hit in its lifespan. I don't know, maybe because it's hasn't been used that much, but it was a random shot, we must admit. But 333 is still very impressive. And honestly, I don't know if number 8 will deserve its number 8 spot next time. You'll have to just stay tuned and find out and vote in the poll on my YouTube channel if you'd like to see that. But this guy was impressive. It is just better than Dead Stop in a lot of ways. It's just air pressure. It's just the way to go if you want power. Just straight up pure force. But that, nothing really much else to say. This thing's trigger was awful, terrible, and bad. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you stay tuned and vote for number 8 next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you next time, and bye-bye. So from a day of pumping up number 9 so many times, look at this. My thumb is not looking too good. Pretty gnarly. See you next time.